Welcome to our channel. If you enjoy our content, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Your support helps us bring you more great videos. Watch the full video. Encourage you to watch the entire video because it becomes even more interesting towards the end, where we share the most crucial points. Stick around for the final tips that can truly make a difference in your life. 1. Embrace impermanence. The realization that all things are temporary is central to Stoic philosophy. Put simply, it's the understanding that our own mortality, our relationships, and the possessions we own are transient. With this insight, we may break free from concerns and unneeded attachments. Realizing that change is continuous helps us become more resilient to loss and more appreciative of the present moment. For women, this may be an especially freeing experience. Rather of relying on other people's acceptance, it promotes believing in one's own strengths and growth. Keeping in mind that both the good times and the bad times are transitory is the key to gracefully navigating life's highs and lows. Realizing that nothing lasts forever doesn't mean we shouldn't value the people and things in our lives. In fact, it teaches us to treasure them more closely since we know they're not permanent. This perspective helps with being grateful and prioritizing. 2. Control what you can, accept what you can't. Stoicism centers on the dualism of power. Following this principle will help us accept responsibility for our deeds and move on from the things over which we have no control. Women may get relief from stress and anxiety by using this strategy. Finding out what we can do something about and what we can't do can help us save energy, time, and unnecessary worry. The message here is to be proactive in areas where we can influence the outcome, such as our own thoughts, actions, and responses to the world around us. The flip side is that it teaches us to accept what we can't change, whether it's other people's decisions or the results of chance. A more steady and resilient mindset can be ours for the taking if we commit to this idea. Better stress management and decision-making in our personal and professional lives may result from this. 3. Practice self-discipline. Restraint is an essential part of Stoic thought. A person may learn to regulate their impulses and actions by conditioning their thoughts, feelings, and willpower to support their values and goals. Having the ability to rein in one's desires is a strength, particularly for women. It aids in maintaining commitment and concentration, regardless of whether the objectives are professional, personal, or health-related. Train yourself to refuse temptations and distractions, and you will remain on course and avoid deviations. This activity does more than only make us more disciplined, it also makes us feel better about ourselves and more confident. Being accountable for our behaviors, developing routines, and establishing clear goals are all part of it. Consistently practicing self-discipline paves the way to a fulfilling and meaningful existence. We are more resilient because we can keep going even when things become unpleasant, which helps us overcome setbacks and difficulties. 4. Live in accordance with nature. A life lived in harmony with nature is one whose actions are in line with their most fundamental beliefs and with the reality of the world. Embracing this Stoic principle may help women find inner peace and authenticity. Knowing and doing the right thing is essential, as is acting in harmony with our basic character and the greater good of society. This harmony fosters an internal sense of fulfillment and happiness since we are no longer at conflict with our intrinsic nature or with external societal standards. Living honestly and making decisions that are in harmony with our genuine principles and aspirations may lead to more significant and satisfying experiences. This idea not only promotes environmental awareness, but it also acts as a kind reminder to respect and protect our planet. A more sustainable way of living and a closer relationship with environment are advocated. When we learn to coexist with the natural world, we may lead lives that are both fulfilling and sustainable. 5. Cultivate wisdom. Wisdom is highly valued in Stoic philosophy, which centers on the pursuit of knowledge, understanding, and insight. To acquire wisdom, a woman must seek knowledge and growth in all aspects of her life. It inspires us to learn as much as we can, analyze critically, and consider other viewpoints. Wisdom may help us make sense of perplexing situations so that we may behave in line with our core values. Being self-aware also entails being cognizant of one's shortcomings and making an effort to improve oneself. When we put effort into expanding our knowledge, we can confidently confront challenges and unknowns. Included in this field of study are reading, in-depth conversations, and contemplation of the past. Acquiring knowledge is just half the battle. The other half is determining how to use that knowledge for the benefit of one's own life. By delving deeper into it, we may uncover hidden truths about ourselves and the world, enabling us to approach life with more care and purpose. 6. Embrace difficulties. To welcome hardship is to see obstacles and challenges not as dangers, but as opportunities for growth and development. Perhaps this Stoic principle is particularly potent for women since it encourages resilience and fortitude under pressure. Adopting a Stoic mindset means seeing hardship not as an adversary, but as a necessary part of life's path. You can learn to be more wise, adaptable, and resilient via every challenge you face. By shifting our focus from the negative to the positive, we may overcome obstacles when we see them through this prism. It tells us to stop dwelling on problems and start seeking solutions. We develop the mental fortitude to endure life's inevitable storms when we place ourselves in situations where we may confront and conquer obstacles. Another perk of overcoming challenges is the character development it brings about. It's fairly uncommon for our hidden abilities and qualities to become apparent when we're under pressure. 7. Let your gratitude shine. Expressing appreciation is a fundamental tenet of Stoic philosophy. Part of this practice is making note of and being grateful for the simple things in our lives. Women may greatly benefit their emotional and psychological well-being by practicing gratitude. To shift our focus from what we lack to what we do have, it could help to take stock of our blessings and be thankful for them. Reducing stress, improving relationships, and increasing happiness are all possible outcomes of adopting a more positive outlook on life. To help cultivate this attitude, it could be helpful to make it a regular habit to be thanks, either by writing down or mentally recalling things we are glad for. Gratitude makes us feel more connected and modest by highlighting the importance of other people's work and the aid they provide. Keeping a cheerful attitude and being resilient are both bolstered when we reflect on the good things in our lives. 8. Develop inner peace. Achieving inner peace essentially boils down to learning to remain composed and peaceful inside, regardless of external factors. This Stoic principle is particularly crucial for women to maintain their health and balance in our fast-paced and often stressful world. Finding contentment inside requires learning to disregard worries that don't matter, accepting that certain things are out of one's hands, and focusing on the present now. Breathing deeply, meditating, and being fully present are all methods that may help you reach this state. If we prioritize inner peace, we may learn to react to exterior circumstances with greater composure and serenity. This is good for our emotional and mental health, which in turn improves our relationships and decision-making abilities. When we learn to calm our racing thoughts and relax our bodies, we are better able to face the challenges life throws at us with poise and fortitude. Because it empowers us to live according to our own ideals, it brings us more happiness and contentment. 9. Strive to practice mindfulness. Paying full attention in the present moment is the essence of mindfulness. Mindfulness training may help women in their daily lives by making them more aware and deliberate. To be totally present is to refrain from passing judgment on either our internal or exterior sensations. When we increase our awareness of ourselves, we are better able to understand our reactions and make calculated choices. Redirecting our focus from the past or future to the present moment, as is the case with mindfulness practice, may help reduce stress. Developing this level of awareness may be facilitated by practices such as concentrated observation, meditation, and deep breathing. If you want to improve your mental clarity, emotional stability, and overall health, try practicing mindfulness regularly. This makes us better capable of savoring the good moments and handling the bad with poise and composure. Mindfulness, at its heart, is a practice that aids in living a full and genuine life by growing our ability to appreciate the here and now and cope well with the challenges we're sure to face. 10. Pursue fairness and justice. Among the fundamental concepts emphasized by Stoicism is the need of pursuing justice and fairness, as well as being honest and treating people decently. The importance of women fighting for justice and doing the right thing, whether it's for themselves or someone else, is emphasized by this idea. The significance of fighting for equality and denouncing injustice when we see it is emphasized in this book. Truthfulness, forthrightness, and consistency are the pillars upon which just and fair behavior rests. Being compassionate means striving to understand other people's experiences, listening to their tales, and creating communities where everyone is treated with care and empathy. This commitment to justice not only helps society, but it also strengthens our own moral compass and sense of purpose. By adhering to these ideals in our daily lives, we may help create a more equitable and peaceful society, and we can inspire others to do the same.